We just came back from a 14 days cruise to the Norwegian Fjords on board the Sky Princess. And we did a full review of our cruise, and you can watch it here. But we decided to do a separate review of the Princess Medallion. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, I'm Rick.
And I'm Andrea. And today we will tell you the good, the bad and the terrible about the Princess Medallion on board the Sky Princess. But first, if you like travel-related videos like this one, now it's a great time to the subscribe button down below, so you'll never miss any future videos.
You know, I think I should have a little subscribe button right here. I think that would be kind of fun to just go and hit.
Princess Medallion Class ships, which includes the whole fleet right now, have technology that should improve passenger experience. And the technology consists on three parts: the Medallion itself, the Medallion Class app, and the Medallion.net internet. So let's begin by talking about the Medallion itself.
Right, this little thing.
Yeah, the Medallion is this little magnetic device that you can wear around your neck, around your wrist. You can purchase accessories to wear it on your wrist like this, or a clip that you can wear like this on clothes. This device substitutes your cruise card. It detects your location around the ship, it unlocks your door when you get close to your cabin. It is used to charge your account when you buy something at the bar, and so on.
Right, and the device does what it's supposed to do. In fact, I kind of liked having the cabin door unlocked without having to use a card, because, this was always clipped. It does a decent job also in locating people on the ship, and it makes life easier for waiters to remember our names and where we are. In fact, when you go to a bar or a restaurant, the waiter is able to see you on their tablet and instantly see your photo, so they're able to greet you by name, in theory. Now, this part of the medallion works pretty well. I would say it works fine. And it does what it's supposed to do, and I would say that we liked it.
Yeah, I did.
And there was one other thing that made me just kind of go, huh, about the medallion itself, was the fact that it did not open everything. For example, we had a blue card to enter the enclave, we had an orange wristband to enter lockers, and we had a white blank card to go into a particular lounge for suite passengers. So, in other words, in a day, I actually had to carry around 3 additional devices plus the medallion to do all of the things that this was supposed to do on its own. Now, let's move on to the second part of the medallion system, because medallion is not just one, it's an ecosystem, it's 3 parts. And that is the Medallion Class app for your phone.
The Medallion Class app is the app for your smart device that is supposed to unlock some extra feature of the Medallion Class ships. With the app, you should be able to speed up the boarding process before boarding. When on board, you should be able to order food and beverages anywhere on the ship, locate friends, view activities, view the menus, make reservations, view your account, connect to the internet, and play some games and casinos games.
Wouldn't that be nice if you were able to do all of that?
Yeah, I would be happy to part of that, but really well. Now, we tried most of those features, and we can tell you that what works and kind of works and what does not work. So let's start from the check-in process. Theoretically, you should be able to upload all your documents in the app before boarding. So you should be able to all set up at embarkation. We tried that, and we were able to do everything that we need to do, and we got our digital boarding pass with an assigned boarding time and lane.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Unfortunately, at the port, it did not go as smooth as promised, because the check-in lady was not able to assign our medallion, and the computer will allow it. But for the overall check-in, I can say it kind of works. Now, one thing that is really odd is the fact that you, if you want to book excursion before departing, You cannot use the app, but you have to use the princess.com website.
And they tell you to use Medallion for everything.
I know, so bizarre.
Yeah, but the real problems with the app are not shoreside. They're on board. Problem number one, the app is incredibly slow. Sometimes it just takes forever for a page to load, and you end up staring at a screen with a spinning wheel. Problem number two, the app is incredibly complicated. I mean, I come from tech and I had no idea how it works. There are so many menus and sub-menus and so on that make the app just not user-friendly. And while you're looking at the daily activities, you want to get the timetable. This display is great on a 42-inch screen on board, but put it on a little mobile phone and it's impossible to use. In fact, you have to scroll left, right, up, and down to see all the different activities. This is incredibly confusing. And they had all of this working on the Ocean Concierge website, which is what we used, the old technology. Now, we also tried to order some food and drinks by the pool using the app, and I have to say it almost worked. For example, one time, Andrea ordered an Americano and a hot chocolate, and what did he receive? He got the hot chocolate, but not the coffee. Another time, I ordered tea, a coffee, and a glass of soda, and I received the tea and the coffee, but not the soda.
One thing that drove me crazy was the fact that the developer put so much time and effort into designing this app, but they clearly did not think about some basic features. For example, you can order cheese fondue by the pool, which is something that everybody wants,
Yeah.
but you are not able to order breakfast in your cabin. You still need to hang the old-fashioned paper breakfast request on your door the night before. Strange.
Yeah.
Also, in theory, you should be able to make reservation on the app, but there is no place to see your existing reservation or even the booked excursion. So how is it possible that if you book a massage at the spa or an excursion, you still need the old-fashioned little piece of paper that tells you when and where you have to meet?
It's true.
We used other apps on other cruise lines that are much more basic than the Medallion app, and this feature was there.
Sure. Yeah, and regarding the dinner reservations, we tried to use the app for the main dining room, but we were constantly getting an error message. Now, we don't know if this was due to the fact that we were in club class. Maybe for this reason we can't comment on it. But what did not work all of the time was the possibility to check the dinner menu. We wanted to see what we were going to be eating for dinner. That way we can decide where we're going to be eating. First, it's not easy to find the menu in the app. You have to go through several different pages before finding it. And second of all, like half of the times, the app freezes while looking for the menu, and other times it just simply sat there spinning. And one time, even the wrong menu was displayed for dinner. Actually, we say this even at the bars as well. So, you know, in some bars, the menu said that drinks were supposed to be included in the plus package, but they weren't.
What did work relatively well was the onboard account. It was slightly slow, but we were able to check it no problem.
So they want their money, right?
Yeah. Also, we tried to locate shipmates on the ship, and that also worked relatively well. We were also able to see some of the photos that we took on board, and we were also able to buy them using the app when we wanted.
Yeah, that was good.
I personally really like this feature because I always hate the huge waste of paper in printing thousands of photos that were not sold.
Yeah, that was just not. That was not really cool.
Really bad. Lastly, the app has many features that I found that are absolutely useless. For example, you can build your own avatar that follows you around the ship on big screens. Yeah. Now, that is cute, but totally useless. I'd rather be able to see my dinner menu or my dinner reservation or excursion on the app than have a little turtle following me. Also, on the app, it is possible to play casino game. We did not try this feature, but again, I don't really think it's particularly useful.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go to the casino anytime you want.
Yeah. So, to summarize, the app is buggy. It's slow, and it does have a lot of useless features, but it also lacks a lot of essential ones. Also, we tried to put ourselves in the shoes of an older passenger that is not tech savvy, and I think it's near impossible for them to use this app. Now, let's move on to the last part of the Medallion ecosystem by talking about Medallion.net, the internet. We used the Medallion.net 3 times before, and we were amazed about the speed and the reliability. We even used it on our last cruise in Antarctica, and it was fast and working perfectly in Antarctica.
During our 14 days Norwegian Fjord cruise aboard the Sky Princess, the internet was terrible, incredibly slow, worse than dial-up, and sometimes it don't even work, it doesn't exist. The techs on board were keep blaming on the terrible connection on our location way north. That made no sense for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
First, it even works in Southampton, which is not that far south.
It wasn't working.
It wasn't working there too. Second, we used in Antarctica and was working perfectly fine down on the South Pole.
That's right.
And how remote was that? So how is it possible that it's not working in Northern Europe, but it works in Antarctica?
I don't know.
In our opinion, the system wasn't working properly, and they were blaming it on the location. No need to say that we were really disappointed by this part of the Medallion.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, we work online, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we have a lot of, we need access to our email. And, Princess says they have the best internet at sea. Well,
Not so much.
So now it's time to draw some conclusions. The Medallion ecosystem on Princess has a lot of potential. It is potentially incredible. The wearable device works fine and does pretty much what it's supposed to do. The Medallion Class app, on that side, is a complete disaster. In our opinion, it lacks some crucial features, and it has some even more useless ones. It's also complicated, buggy, and not user-friendly. Princess, if you're listening, please rethink the app. Make it simpler and more stable. Think about your clients and test it with them. It's not that difficult to do, you know? Lastly, for a company that advertises best Wi-Fi at sea, we were really disappointed by how slow and non-existent the internet was, even in Southampton. So I really hope that Princess fixes this part fast. We hope you enjoyed this video, and as usual, if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. And in the meantime, we'll hope to see you in our next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.